series of exercises at home. We're going to start with a little warm up for the legs, which you need to be in a first Pilates position or a V with the legs. We're going to start with just a few relays to work into the calves and ankles. We're going to reach up and back down. From here, we're going to keep the heels connected. You can take the feet slightly apart down. We can go into a whole play series. So we're going to bend the knees and we're going to press to come up. You want to think about your glutes wrapping around the sit bones and the tailbone reaching down towards the ground. We can take the legs slightly out and we can go into a deep squat series over here. Get your arms in front of you and we're going to start to press up and come back down. Knees are going in line with the second toe. Tailbone is tucked in towards the floor. From here, we're going to take our hand and support it on the wall and we're going to go and work into the bigger muscles on the leg, the quads and the hamstrings. We're going to start with just a few toe taps. So we're going to inhale and lift the leg up and then we're going to tap and bring it back down. From here, we're going to do the same series on the sides. We're going to lift and bring it back up. Remember, you're opening from your hip and you want to think about the headlights pointing straight in front of you. We can change this into a series, so we can lift and take it back out. And then we're going to leave the knee up. We're going to extend the knee out and bring it back in. Continue this into the side as well, into some side kicks.
Last exercise in this series is a classic Pilates breathing exercise called the hundreds. Take one step ahead of the wall. Transfer your weight to your left leg. Align your hips as you lift your knee up to a tabletop position. Turn your palms to face backwards. Then pulse them like you're splashing water. Breathing here is important. So breathe in for about 5 counts. Breathe out for 5. We've done about 50 on this side. Switch to the left leg. Maintaining that hip alignment. Don't lock the standing leg. Go.
Lift your arms and open out wide to the sky around and bringing your arms back down. We're going to work with an inhale as you go up and reach the arms away and exhale to come down. This really works on opening through your pectoral muscles, as well as what you have to think about is your breath and keeping the rib cage nice and aligned so we're not popping the ribs up. Taking that to our next exercise called the toy soldier. It's just a split of the arms, and both these exercises work on your shoulder scapular stability as you move through your shoulder, taking the shoulder to the full range, and then we can add a little balance, going up onto your toes. Exhale as you go up and inhale as you bring it all back together. Exhale up and inhale. Taking the next exercise to a lumbo-pelvic stability exercise, working on the glutes, working on the adductors, and working on the quadriceps. We're going to do a plie with leg lifts. So we're going into a wide stance, hip width apart, feet pointing out at 45 degrees, and then we're going to go hands on the hip. We're going to go into a nice squat position, opening out wide through the knees and coming back up. On the next one, we're going to weight shift, glide the weight, slide the straight knee in, and tap 2 and 3 if you like, down and up. Going down again and shifting to the other side, and then keeping those nice stability between your headlights and not allowing them to tilt, not allowing them to rotate, down and coming back. Nice and simple. Stretch, working through a hip flexor stretch and taking that to a mermaid. So we go into a nice lunge position, then we glide our body weight forwards and stretch through the back thigh, feeling a stretch into your hip flexors. We go back and glide, lifting the back arm up, and then we reach up and over to get a nice stretch through the side wall muscles as well as into your hip flexors, bringing it all back and up, and then we've got to do the other side. So now we're going to go into a spinal mobility exercise along with breathing. Remember that breathing is one of the first principles of Pilates, and we really have to energize every movement with the breath. Energize your muscles with oxygen, and on the breath out, remove all the toxins that we have. So we're going to float our arms up, go into a nice arm opening and a spine twist. Inhale to reach and feel that twist, and then bring our arms back in. We move to the other side, reach away, and then bringing it all back in.
Exercise in this series is called the scissors level 1. It works on engaging your lower abs while maintaining stability in the hip region. Lie down on your back, maintaining the natural hollow of your lower back. So imagine there's room for just one breath in there. Breathe in as you start. Breathe out to lift your leg up to 90-degree angle. Breathe in and lower. Switch the leg. Down. Down low. And we switch without letting the hips rock. Then roll yourself back up.
You're going to lie on your back. Keep your feet hip distance apart. Keep your spine in neutral. Keep your pelvis in neutral. Interlace your fingers and keep them resting behind your head. Make sure your elbows and your periphery vision. Imagine you have a tomato under your chin. You don't want to squish it, you don't want to drop it. As we exhale, you're going to breathe out, lift your torso off the ground and inhale, lower down. And down. Exhale, 3 and inhale down. 4 and down. Visualize you have a hot cup of coffee balancing below your belly button. You don't want that to change or shift. Exhale and inhale. Last 2 more. Breathe out as you lift up. Breathe in as you come down. Last one. Lift up and come down.
I'm ready.
The next exercise in this series is called the oblique prep. The purpose of the exercise is to strengthen your obliques. You're going to lie on your back once again. Your feet are hip width apart. Your pelvis is in neutral, your spine is in neutral, your fingers are interlaced behind your head, and your elbows are in your periphery vision. Imagine there's a diagonal line going from your left shoulder to your right knee and vice versa to the other side. You're going to lift diagonally up and lower down. Your gaze goes to the outside of your knee as you come down. Throughout, while lifting up, your pelvis remains totally stable. Once again, visualize that hot cup of coffee under your belly button. You don't want to spill that coffee. So make sure your pelvis remains stable as you do lift and twist. Let's do one more on each side. Breathe out, up. Breathe in as you come down. One last time. And inhale, come down. The next exercise we're going to do is a single leg stretch. The purpose of this exercise is abdominal strengthening again. You're going to lie on your back. Pull your knees closer to your chest. You lift the upper body, think of length at the back of your neck. You're holding an orange under your chin. Throughout the movement, I want your pelvis to be as stable as possible. Your outer arm comes towards the ankle, the inner arm comes towards the knee. Extend the leg out. I'm going to switch and switch. So you can alternate your breath, 2 exhales, 2 inhales. Throughout this movement, you have a hot cup of coffee balancing below your belly button. Make sure you don't spill that. Keep your upper body lifted and stable. Think of length in your body. Reach with your toes. And lower down. And lower the legs. Next exercise we're going to do is the 100. It's one of the signature exercises in Pilates, used for strengthening the abdominal muscles and also helping coordinating your breath with your movement. So you're going to lie on your back, lift one leg at a time into a tabletop position. So today we're going to do to the tabletop position, but we can also do the legs diagonal, lifted up, as low down as you want to. We're going to stick with the tabletop today. Reach your upper body up, curl your spine up, and then from here you're going to exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, in 2, 3, 4, 5. You're reaching out with your fingertips, pump with the arms. arms, you're creating a heat in your body, at the same time keeping your torso stable. When you're done with 10 cycles of this, which reaches up to 100, you lower one leg down, lower the other, and come back.
The swan dive is an exercise that works on co-activation of deep neck flexors and scapulothoracic stabilizers. Super exercise for those of you that spend hours hunched over a desk or a computer. Lie down on your bellies. Make a wide W with your arms. Press the heels of your palms into the floor to hover the chest roll off. Breathe in as you lift up. Breathe out to bring it back down. The cobra takes spinal mobility into extension by further opening the front of the body as demonstrated in the swan dive earlier. Lie down on your belly. Turn your heels to face inwards. Place your palms in a wide W. Going to keep your abs pulled in off the mat. Press the heel of the palm in. Breathe in to peel your chest bone off. Breathe out as you lower.
The exercise we are going to do is called climb. You are in sideline position with lower arm pressing the mat, elbow and shoulder in one line, tall neck. Prop yourself really well and knees bent. Now, inhale to prepare with exhalation. Open your top leg up and close. It's a great exercise for your abductors, adductors and your glutes. The exercise we are going to do is called side leg lift and lower. You are in your sideline position. Align your torso with backside of your mat. Lower arm is pressing the mat. Elbow and shoulder in one line. Prop yourself up. And now lift your top leg up with exhalation. It's a great exercise for your glutes. The exercise we are going to do is called side leg circles. Lie on your side with your torso aligned with back of your mat. Press your lower arm on the mat really well. Elbow and shoulder in one line. Prop yourself up and legs together. Lift your top leg up to thighs, that is where your thighs meet your ass. And now make dinner plate size circles. Halfway inhale, halfway exhale. And reverse. A great exercise for your glutes.
Side kicks are an excellent exercise for your glutes, outer and inner thigh. Prop yourself on your forearm. Don't let the shoulders shrug. Keep your waist nice and lifted. We're going to start with the lower knee bent. Lift the top leg. We're going to point the foot to kick forward. Flex it to bring it back. Without letting your back collapse. Point forward and flex back. For an added challenge, you can straighten the lower leg. Ensure that both your hip bones are pointing straight the whole time. Point to kick forward, flex to bring it back. Side bend at level 1 is a preparatory exercise that helps with stability of the shoulder, toning of the obliques, setting you up for the full side plank. Prop yourself up nicely like we did with the side kicks. Stack your feet one on top of the others. The inner borders are glued together. You can place your hand on your hip or in front of you for a little more balance. You're going to breathe in to start. Breathe out. Press the heel of the palm into the floor to pick your hips just a little off and then land them back down. Do that a couple more times. Make sure you're not shrugging that shoulder. Now, taking the side bend into a full side plank, adding entire body integration with the final component of spinal mobility using the mermaid. hook your ankles together, turn your forearm the other way, and prop it up. You're going to slide over and zip your legs together and bring it back down. Get into that full side plank, keeping your shoulder nice and relaxed. And down. And now, as you slide up, extend the top arm. Go into nice side bend, reaching up and over for your mermaid. Take it down and get up. Get into that plank, reach up and over. Take it away. The spine twist is an excellent exercise for spinal mobility. Make sure you sit with equal weight on both your hips, feet mat width apart, flex for a bigger stretch in the back of the legs. Make a T with your arms, twist with the chest bone rather than the head. Bring it back to center. Twist to the left and back. Keep breathing as you go out and come back in.